Hello, you are currently watching a voiced video translated into English. I apologize if some words do not convey the meaning exactly, and if the translation does not suit you, let me know and I will correct it. Many people often have this problem. The toilet seat moves, even if the nuts are well tightened, but this causes discomfort when sitting. I will show you the entire process of eliminating this problem. This fastening kit cannot be firmly fixed, and my method of rigidly fixing the bracket can be applied to any fastener, and there are many types. There are both plastic and metal fasteners. As you can see, when the nut is tightened from below, the upper part of the bracket easily moves in different directions. The first attempt was unsuccessful. I filled the inside of the bracket with silicone 101. After a week the mounting bracket fell apart. Then I tried the moment glue. It also lasted a week. But the hot glue really held the bracket with the bolt. But before this, with additional tightening of the nut, the edges of the bolt head are deformed and bend in the opposite direction, as it was initially, and after deformation, the head constantly pops out of the base of the bracket mount. As you can see, the bolt head moves freely in the bracket grooves, and there are no additional locks. There are very large gaps in the head. So, let's start. I insert a regular wooden toothpick between the head of the bolts, so that the plastic threaded bolt moves a little stiffly, but can be adjusted to accurately position the seat. I move the bracket mount so that the seat circle fits as it should, and then the mounting screws are smaller than the holes in the toilet ceramics. I will reduce these to holes in the toilet using plumbing silicone. But it is better to do this at the end of the work and fill them with hot glue. I show that here I filled the holes in the toilet around the bolts with silicone. I align the circle on the toilet. Then slowly lift the toilet lids so that the screw heads do not move in the bracket, and where the mounting screws are, I mark with a marker. I always put on cotton gloves. I will fasten the bolts to the bracket with this hot melt gun. The gun is sold everywhere, as are glue sticks, even in office supply stores. And so I have finished this educational excursion on the rigid fixation of the bracket for the toilet seat. As a result of these experiments, I have concluded that there is nothing better than hot glue. Subscribe and like. Goodbye. And so I start gluing along the drawn red marks. Squeeze out a little glue to fasten the bolt head to the bracket body. And wait until the glue hardens. You can't fill everything with hot glue yet. When the first glue has hardened, I fill the remaining places with glue. Be sure to do it in this order. With this order, the head of the fastening bolt will not turn out when tightening the nut from below. While the glue is still wet, I move the brackets apart. This is how I fill everything up. I squeeze out a little more glue. With a small slide, the glue hardens in a few minutes. And while it is not hardened, I install the seat on the toilet. The excess glue will be squeezed out during installation. It is better to have excess glue, if only there are no voids under the bracket in the mount. I add glue around the threaded bolt on the toilet and tighten the nuts from below, but I move these places apart. I look to make sure there are no gaps here. There is a gap when I move the lid, but it is not strong. I carefully cut off the excess glue with a knife when it hardens. This is what I got, where the red lines were drawn. I remove them with alcohol. "3 years have passed since then, and the glue under the bracket holds up remarkably well. The toilet seat hasn't moved anywhere. And now I will tell you and show you what I did wrong the first, second, and third time. I immediately completely filled the head of the bolt in the bracket body with glue, and when tightening the nut from below, the head of the fastening bolt turned inside, since the glue had not yet hardened. In the photo, the cap in transparent glue unfolded along the bracket and hardened. The seat was held only by glue and fell off after a few days while sitting on it, and the same thing happened on the second bracket. The hardened hot glue can be removed with a little effort. And then I will show you how I was wrong in choosing the glue for fixing the bracket. I used the first one, plumbing silicone. But unfortunately, after a week, the seat mount fell off. This is what it looks like. It wasn't even completely cured. I am demonstrating a sample of what solidified silicone is. It has been lying like this for 3 months, and how it bends and stretches. It turned out that I couldn't tear it right away. I had to try hard to tear it. After that, I tried to glue the bracket with moment glue. I applied it to all the parts, spread it well, and installed it on the toilet. And this option didn't work either. It fell off after a few days. And this is what it looks like. The glue didn't harden. And so I have finished this educational excursion on the rigid fixation of the bracket for the toilet seat. As a result of these experiments, I have concluded that there is nothing better than hot glue. Subscribe and like. Goodbye.